Indeed, thank you very much, Shiva. Myself, OD Pixel, and Dreskel are here ready to take you through the first series of the day. Monkey Business, of course, going up against Vega Squadron. We do have a quick pause at the moment, so do bear with us. But Andy, so we've seen the lineups, we've seen the drafts. We're once again seeing Vega pull up that Ursa card, and they have done that. Yeah. I think it was against Monkey Freedom Fighters, wasn't it, when they picked it up before and they won the game?
They did win that game, yes.
Yes.
I don't remember if it was against MFF or not, but I know they did win it.
Or was it No Logic Gaming? Either way, we've seen it before in DreamLeague from Vega.
Yeah, they definitely have picked it before. I know he likes to go Mask of Madness. He opted out of he didn't get a BKB for a really long time, right? And we were both kind of questioning why he didn't buy one. To get it. They still managed to win the game. And as Hani already said on the couch, they highly prioritized Rosha and they went for it non-stop. I would say this game, way worse Ursa game. Like, this is so annoying for an Ursa. You have to deal with Purge, even if you get BKB. And the other thing, too, is no one else on the side of Vega is really worth using the Purge on. You have two melee heroes. Brood, you're not going to be in team fights more often than not. And then you have the Ursa. So that's a really easy Purge target for Fly on the Shadow Demon. And then you look at it as their setup as well. It's Disruption into Ice Path, which is great for ganking. So if they ever get to a stage where their safe lane doesn't need help, this dual rotation can actually kill mid because Wind Ranger is extremely weak to nuke damage. So you land that Ice Path after the Disruption, you get a dual raise, you know, you have a level 5 Shadow Fiend, that's a dead hero. So I feel like Monkey Business, they're going to be able to control the lanes fairly well.
Okay, and looking at the lanes so far, it's going to be a question of whether we do see this. It's going to be Pasha on that off-lane Ursa. You know,
I think they're just going to go aggressive, actually.
Which is what we saw him play it on before.
They kind of need
the Ursa
to.
when they want to go aggressive.
Yeah, they kind of need to if you think about it. As I mentioned, you don't want the support combination of Monkey Business to be free to move around. So you kind of want to make it so having 3 heroes up there means the Shadow Demon and the Jakiro can't leave.
Seconds to battle.
And then you have a Bane, who's great in tri-lane. You're going to have Tusk. And even if they just want to put the Ursa and the Bane together, that still makes it very difficult for one hero to stay up there on their own. They're going to need at least one more. And if you take one of the supports away from that combination of Monkey Business, it's far less potent. Like, you're not going to have a solo Shadow Demon roaming around helping you get kills. It's just not that good.
Unless for the time being, both teams going to avoid the fights here. Vega sticking to the top. Miracle will be able to get the bottom bounty rune here for the side of Monkey Business. And so this mid lane matchup, Miracle on his Shadow Fiend. I mean, Hani talked about how proficient he was on the hero. He's going to be up against no one on the Wind Ranger. I mean, in terms of hero matchups, is there a kind of favorable side that you go with here?
Shadow Fiend always pulls ahead in the end. As Hani said, you do have an advantage as Wind Ranger, but it's very hard to take advantage of it on your own. Like, you can land a couple of clutch power shots, but you eat a couple of raises and you're pretty much back to square one. The thing about Shadow Fiend is, no matter who he's laning against, he will always get farm. Even if you kill him, you know, 2-3 times, he's going to go to the jungle, he's going to find some stacks, and he's going to get his core items.
Well, talking about farming and finding stacks and such, I mean, this top lane for No-Tail, it's not going to be pretty if he doesn't get any kind of help from Fly and Crit at the moment. They're trying to get control of the pool camp here, but this is going to leave No-Tail just all on his own. He's trying to tango around the ice shards, and this is going to be a first burn almost certainly, and the mischance working out. No! Oh, no! Really? What? He gets himself out, and now Monkey Business looks to turn it. Solo's going to get disrupted up here. Crit is going to have another chance here with a dual breath. Fly might be the first go. No, it's going to be the Bane going down first. They do lose Fly and the Shadow Demon, but No-Tail somehow living there through the power of Drunken Haze. What a madman.
It's only 45%, and both heroes missed like 2 or 3 times in a row. Talk about RNG. That was insane. I mean, of course, he had to hit them both with Drunken Haze, so they were kind of standing on top of each other. Either way, he is going to suicide here to neutrals to get back to base.
Yeah, out of mana, out of health. It's going to be the easy way, and he's not losing any.
That was extremely fortunate. And what a freaking ice shards from Seema. That was so good.
Yeah, that was pretty insane. And also at the same time, none of that was first blood yet. I believe it was both the creeps taking it. So just
it still counts as first blood, doesn't it? Yeah. Oh, okay. It just splits the gold.
My bad.
So.
But a 1-1 at the moment on the board. The fact that No-Tail lives there is going to be good because we talk about running this aggressive tri-lane. You know, you need to be coming out on top. Otherwise, I don't know. It's just not going to be worth having the amount of heroes that Vega have up there.
Well, I think it's more of a... It's 2 birds with 1 stone. It's trying to stop No-Tail from farming. Obviously, that's going to be a high priority. The other thing is keeping our mid matchup in a 1v1. Because we know that eventually, sure, the Shadow Fiend's going to get some farm, but if
look at this matchup so far.
Yeah, I mean, the Wind Ranger is doing very well, but this is what is expected. Like, prior to level 5, you're not going to be able to push the waves out fast enough as Shadow Fiend to continue getting your flash farm. And that means that Vega are just relying on no one's mechanical skill to be able to win this.
Oh, bit of a pause here. Okay. 2 minutes? Come on, no one.
Whenever somebody says 2 minutes, I just wait for them to say something like toilet. You know, 2 minutes toilet.
Well, we'll see what no one's got going on. I mean, this top lane, the fact that, you know, it is working out at the moment for Vega. They're getting the farm on the Ursa, they're stopping the farm on No Tail.
I mean, the Brood is getting a lot, obviously,
on the
against the Slardar bottom. I mean, we haven't talked much about it because, of course, it's tri-lane versus tri-lane. That's really where we expect most of the action to be going down. And then we're also going to be having the 1v1 mid, which has big implications for both teams. If no one can get, you know, maybe he gets a solo kill on the Shadow Fiend. That's pretty difficult to do, especially when the caliber of Miracle, you know, 8,000 matchmaking points and all that jazz. Pretty damn good player. But I'm looking at these two heroes on either side for mid. Honestly, Shadow Fiend's not that great of a rotation hero. But
yes,
like, I mean, you think of like Queen of Pain, you think of, you know, puck heroes who rotate after they get level 6 and they just try to go and blow somebody up to help win a tri-lane. You know, that's very common for teams to do. But SF is not really that hero unless you have a good setup stun to land some raises, whereas a well-placed Shackle can be a kill, you know, or even a power shot snipe. It just has much longer range and you can add that damage in.
Top lane, there's going to be disruption out to Solo here. They try and combo it through. Pasha moving forward. No-Tail's just going to stand there and slap him. The Drunken Phase is out. No-Tail, he's going to feel safe to stick around here. Solo getting incredibly low here. The poison might be enough. No, it's not quite enough. There's a snowball forward. In fact, Seema looking for No-Tail here. He should be able to find the kill on Brew, and he will. So Tusk gets the kill onto No-Tail. At the same time, Fly does finish off Ursa. So it is both the cores going down in this lane. See if anything else happens here. Solo holding back Fly with a Nightmare. He's actually going to stick around here and just trade the right clicks. Knows that he's got the edge here against Fly. The stick charge is coming out. Who's going to win? He does get it. But Fly still gets the kill there with a final burst of poison.
It is a bloodbath up here. It really, really is. But I honestly, this Drunken Haze is doing so much work. If it was any other hero in the safe lane but Brew, I would say that Vega would just steamroll this, like, no questions asked. They would be crushing, but it's just so damn hard to kill when you can't auto-attack anyone.
And it's even trades at the moment on top. But as you said from the start, it is still keeping those supports from Monkey Busniess here, which
the Ursa is
you
still
said one of the main
as
reasons they did it. Yeah,
that's something to keep in mind. Like, No-Tail's only got 9 CS. He's died twice.
Oh, look at this towards the bottom. They're trying to go in onto Miracle.
Yeah.
Is he going to get the steal? Oh, okay. Miracle says, nope, if I'm not having it, no one is. I mean, at the same time, talking about no one, he gets the top one. Double damage here now on the Wind Ranger, and a bit of action going in as Flies come in with the rotation, looking for Mag. Trying to chase this down here. They've got another crush in a second. They don't even need it. They'll find the kill. They do lose Fly. Now that Seema's come in.
Oh, he could stick and snowball.
Himself out. He's out. He's gonzo.
I don't know if it would have killed him. Like, he might have been able to get one more power.
I mean, they did have a DD on the Wind Ranger if he could have Wind run in as
I think level 1 snowball is a really short stun, though. It's only, 0.5 seconds. Not really that long. But we can see now that the laning phase is starting to break down a bit. Getting a kill on the Brood is obviously going to be nice because Slardar is not necessarily having... he's actually not doing that bad. Like, 23 last hits.
He's having a final time down there.
How is that possible? That is the first time we've seen any rotation. It's like 5 minutes in. How is he able to get so much out of this lane? I would actually like to watch this replay and see what happened.
Top lane still. Pasha. 23 against the 15 CS of No-Tail. It is close. Monkey Busniess would love to find some action. It's actually Vega looking a bit for here with the Nightmare onto No-Tail. They're moving forward. I've got Seema back up on this top lane as well. And of course, we are seeing Fly be a little more active around the map as he hangs around bottom for the time being. He's going to head up the river, see what he can get. Miracle did head to the jungle, started to clear out some of the camps. And now back to base as he regens up, which of course is giving the space to no one. And no one actually heading up here himself. He's level 6, has got the point in the focus fire.
It looks like he was going to potentially scat out stacks, just decides against it. And I mean, he did see Miracle TP, so there's not really much of a reason to check if the Shadow Fiend's actually here.
Top lane again, No-Tail's just having to play this really carefully. He's out of regen. He has got that double mango, but that's not going to save you when these 3 heroes come snowballing in at you. And Ursa, Pasha, now onto level 5, closing in on that level 6 where he'll just be able to tower dive you with the help of Solo and Seema. There we go. Crit. Caught out by the Shard, Snowball to follow up, and this Jakiro isn't even going to get out a single spell at the speed that Vega take them down. At the same time, Notel just denies himself to the count. We saw that he was low on health, and he realizes suicide is going to be the best option here. Second suicide so far in the game.
Suicide is never the option, Notel. Remember that. There's always something to live for. But
lane, look at this miracle.
Yeah, he's in.
He's putting the pressure. No one might just try and turn if he can find a shackle. Oh, he doesn't shackle it there. The Miracle turns around with the raises. Outplayed there by the 8K man. But at the same time, Seema eats the Mango. Maybe Mango's their Miracle's weakness here. If Seema can get the final touch in, and he can. Nice rotation from Seema. Doesn't save no one, but gets that kill onto Miracle, and that's a big kill nonetheless.
That's a very action-packed game for 7 minutes to have 11 kills already. I think the really big thing here for Vega is that Seema is going to be level 6 pretty darn early. You compare that to the supports on the side of Monkey Business. Shadow Demon's level 4. I suppose Jakiro is actually level 5. So all in all, the supports from both teams actually getting quite a lot, even with them going like tri-lane versus tri-lane, where you typically see people under-leveled.
There's so much action here, and there might be more top. Seema's come back up here. He's got the mana here for the 1-2 combo, the Snowball and the Shard, so Notel's got to be careful. Pasha about a creep wave away from the ultimate. Coming online. Fly is there, positioned defensively, and they have got crit coming back in on the Jakiro, so they'll be ready to fight if Vega do start to kick it off. And just poising themselves here at the side. Just ready and waiting to go. Miracle's getting a bit of space in the mid as no one headed back into the jungle there to just clear up a camp. In terms of the farm between the two of them, it's still very, very close. Miracle on 44 for 1, 43 for 9 on no one. Yeah. And well, Fly's actually leading in here with a disruption. We'll see if they can combo through. They'll get the slows onto Solo. Solo's kind of even thinking about turning around here, setting something up with a Nightmare, seeing what he can find. He's going to find Fly here with the Brain Sapper now. Pasha with the Earth Shot closing in. The Nightmare has actually now been taken off by Notel. Pasha is being forced back. Notel trying to move in. There is Seema hanging around here with an Invis Rune. Has the Snowball and the Shards ready, and they want to go. They're going to move straight in, but the disruption again from Fly, avoiding the stun here for Notel. Notel turns around, gives them the clap. All incredibly, look at all the poison coming in. I mean, they've got to get themselves out. They're all ticking incredibly low. Solo trying to juke this one out here, but I think he will still go down. They found him out. He's trying to turn around. He's got the brace up. Oh, can he get the brace up out? Yes, he can. But he might still go down. No, here's no one turning up on the Wind Ranger. Power shots the Shadow Demon. Solo now will set up the kill onto Crit. No one will be in position. It hasn't got mana here for the first 2 spells, but he's got enough for the Focus Fire.
He dies to Liquid Fire. Yeah.
Oh boy. Right. There's a lot of action, Andy. You were right, and it's not showing any sign of stopping.
It is just battle time for both teams. The thing is, I think Monkey Business are actually going to start having a better shot at winning these kind of skirmishes, because this Slardar almost has Blink, right?
Yeah, this is going to be the big point.
Like they're going to have Split soon, because Notel's around 90 experience away from level 6. They're going to have Blink Dagger on Slardar. The fights are going to start getting a lot more difficult for Vega. So even though they might be leading by 2 kills right now, and their Brood is actually farming a tremendous amount, they're going to have to start to deal with more heroes coming to that top lane. And you can't, I don't really feel like you can stick around Mag this game. I still feel like their plan is to just get Roshan, try to pressure the lane more than they have in top, and maybe even mid too. I feel like Vega are feeling a little bit weak right now.
Yeah, and they've kind of switched it up now. Mags on this Brood obviously heading into the jungle at this point, and it's going to give this safe lane here for Pasha to start farming it. They've got the supports down here as well. No one utilizing this top lane, which is going to give this space to Notel now, so he can find something on the Brewmaster. Just playing very carefully, keeping themselves all in their jungle side of Vega. As we're seeing the Slardar make the rotations around, as you said, just 100 away from that blink. And that is going to be the point where we see these fights maybe more often than not go the way of Monkey Business, because at the end of the day, what's going to be more impactful at this point? A Slardar with Blink or a Broodmother?
Yeah, that's kind of the point too, is okay, they could kill Fly bottom though.
Yeah,
that works.
Straight up Fiend's Grip. It's a good time for Solo to hit 6, ensures the kill there for Pasha. Very nice bit of play there from the side of Vega.
Any pick is going to be important here. I really like the Jakiro pick, by the way.
Yeah.
Not only because it's just a nice thing to synergize with the Shadow Demon for obvious reasons, but the Liquid Fire means that even as a support, if you're just in a lane by yourself, you can pressure the tower so hard because of the attack speed, slow, and the burn damage that you get on these towers. So normally, if you have a support and you're not like trying to stop the Brood's just pushing.
Look at this top lane. Oh,
okay, that's
Solo.
That should be
he needs some backup. They did put the primal split in. They're going to look to try and finish off the tower, but the fortification comes out. Mag's hanging around on the sidelines. Seema's turned up with the fight as well, and Notail will just get the main one out of there. The snowball's going to come through, though. And the stun will just latch. The shot's already been used, but he gets the slow with the Walrus Punch. They just don't have the follow-up to get themselves all in there, though. And they're going to be fine at the same time mid lane. That's the blink reveal straight onto no one. One of the highest priority kills that Monkey Business could have looked for, and they get it. And they'll get the tower as well there for Miracle.
I do feel like Monkey Business just have a fairly large advantage right now just in terms of hero composition, what it's meant to do. If Pasha does not get away with this Roshan and he gets killed, this game is going to be so awful for Vega. Like,
but if he does get away with it?
If he does get away with it, it's going to be great because it puts him a lot closer to his Blink Dagger, which he will probably go. He does not like finishing up like Vlad's or anything like that. He typically just goes Blink.
Oh,
he's actually getting so unlucky.
Is he going to check? Slaughter.
Oh, he got bashed again! Oh my god.
Oh, crit, are you going to check it out?
No, they're not going to check it.
He's got it.
This is actually such a big move from them.
I mean, I think they can go on him, though, here.
He needs to TP away. Yeah. Oh my god, that might not be fast enough. He doesn't have Ice Pet! He doesn't have Ice Pet! Oh god. Alright, he went 3-0-3. To be fair, this is a fairly common Jakiro build. Maybe not so common because of the fact that they have a Shadow Demon. Like that combination in itself kind of makes you think
the combo, isn't it?
That you would actually want to get at least 1 point.
Yeah.
Like 2-1-3 at level 6, I think, is the Shadow Demon build, I guess, if you're partnering with that. Even with that Aegis, though, I think Monkey Business are not feeling so scared. I mean, they're applying pressure to towers. This Jakiro pick is doing so much for them because they can group up, they can fight around split, and it's very difficult for Vega to go into this.
They're going to try here. Solo has got the Fiend's Grip available. They're moving in, but look at the entire side jumping straight forward. The crush onto Pasha here. There's going to be the disruption set up on Solo, but he still gets on the Brain Sap, and now with the Fiend's Grip onto Notail and the Power Shot as well. They burst down the Brew. The Aegis has been taken out of the hands here of Roshan. Crit taking a punch to the face. Now the focus fire for no one. Can he finish off the Jakiro? Yes, he can. The Urn from Fly, not enough to save him. Now they're trying to turn onto no one as Miracle turns up to the fight. He did pop the mech, and now he's looking for the Earth skill as well, and he's going to get it. Triple kill for the SF. Seema tries to TP out, will get away. But Miracle turning up at the right time for the side of Monkey Business.
Didn't even have to use his mech. And regardless...
Jesus.
Yeah, he didn't pop it. He's like, yeah, no one's really even low. No, Jakiro's the only one who died. And he died before Miracle was even in the engagement. A couple of things about that team fight. I think there was a buyback. Yeah, Notail bought out. But the problem with their composition is, again, Mag cannot help. So when Monkey Business come to a lane and force, and they didn't even use split, they didn't use mech on their Shadow Fiend, and they beat you that hard in an engagement, there are some serious issues. And the other thing too is you can see top, Jakiro can deal with these broodlings all by himself. He doesn't really need any help. He can teleport away if he needs to.
Seema, do you want to do this? I don't think you do. I don't know if you do. He's going to get disrupted up here. Miracle's moving forward. Pasha's trying to go onto Notail here, but Notail gets the primal split off. Seema did get the snowball out. They'll try and chase him down, but he pops the shards here. Solo moving in as well, seeing if he can set anything up with the Nightmare. They hold Seema in place and they'll follow through with the stun. At the same time, Jakiro at the top lane actually got the kill onto Brood with the help of the Slardar. Seema will go down here. Second pick off here for the side of Monkey Business. Pasha's trying to clean up Fly here, bringing him low here with a Fury Swipes. Will get the kill onto the Shadow Demon. Miracle's going to tick out as well as no one finds the Focus Fire. So a 2 for 2 there across the map. And Vega getting themselves some big kills there with a Miracle takedown. That's a pretty nice one that they'll be very happy with.
That was such a hard kill, though. You see how long it took him to kill Miracle? That was even with a Brain Sap coming in from Solo, stopping the Shadow Demon from throwing out any other spells by Nightmaring, and it still took, I don't know, like 10, 15 seconds of just straight focus firing him for him to actually die. The nice thing is no one has a Maelstrom. I like this pick a lot. They realize that they're kind of lacking a bit more wave clear on other heroes besides the Brood, because obviously Mag's always going to be on the other side of the map. We saw how tanky the Shadow Fiend is already, just with those items. I think this, with Focus Fire, is probably the best way to make sure that you can kill the cores of Monkey Business prior to getting BKB. And they know that they have damage issues right now. They certainly do not have the amount of DPS that Monkey Business have.
That's for sure at this point. I mean, overall the farm, you know, the fact that Shadow Fiend's storming ahead. The graphs, you know, nothing too major. Top lane, this Brood's got to be careful. The pings are coming out. Fly is there with the good old Slardar. We'll be ready to jump on him if he comes out too far. And this smoke up from Vega, it's going to be very important that they find something off the back of it. They're going to go into the jungle, and there's a fair few of the side of Monkey Business hanging around. Fly might be the one caught out straight with a Blink. They go for Fly. Fly will get the disruption out with the Shackle onto the Shadow Demon. Enables the side of Vega to find the clean pick off, and off the back of that Monkey Business just get themselves the hell out of there. They don't want to stick around. They've seen the full force of Vega, and they're just going to play it sensibly here.
I like the movement. Like, Vega know that they need to try to do something. They can't just...
Solo, can he go for a solo?
Oh, nice.
Lolo.
That's really good.
Oh, that
They can maybe
Invis
even get mid off this.
Oh, he's going to be happy with that.
Yeah, they're just going to focus fire and go for the tower.
That is not a bad pick-off for a solo Bane to find.
And that also means that Mag's going to be able to pressure top. So even if they rotate to this tier 1 defense and force, they need to get kills.
Oh, the 3-man crush straight onto solo with the amplify. They'll find one. Miracle's turned up. The shackle won't latch for no one. Pasha trying to TP out, and he's going to make it. The Ursa's out of this one. Can Monkey Business find it? Oh, no, he's not. No, they got him.
He got disrupted.
They got disrupted. My bad. I'm trying to get the crush, but the punch from Seema slowing down. These shots as well are nice, but ice on ice action here. And with the Urn Shadow and the poison ticking him down, they'll get the Seema the Slayer as well. Monkey Business with a very, very fruitful fight there.
I was going to say, if they didn't get a lot from that reaction, it could be bad for Monkey Business, but thankfully the Slardar was in the right position, got a good initiation, and off a couple of TPs, they take a fight handedly. Nothing really that I feel Vega could do against that. And that's the other thing, too. When they're fighting on equal terms, I seriously doubt Vega can actually win that engagement, barring like an amazing Shackle coming in from no one. They get a good Nightmare, they get a good Fiend's Grip onto somebody. That is their fight win condition. That is much harder to do than Monkey Business just walking in, using Primal Split, and throwing up the Ursa or the Wind Ranger in the air. Like, that's all they have to do to take a team fight. And
what do you reckon about this pick-up here on the Slardar?
Oh, Shadow Blade? No, it's good. It's actually super good. The thing is, he can even get a gem at some point. So if he has a gem, he can find the Brood out. He can open on him, just go crush, go pop amp.
Oh, Solo. Oh, the crush a little bit short. Solo turning around it, giving him the eye.
There are so many people up here looking for this freaking spider.
And Notel just going to clear out the Broodlings there as they were starting to jump away at Flight. Yeah, Mag playing it very safe and very sensibly. And Pasha, I'd love to try and find this mid-tier 1, already sitting fairly low at the moment. He's going to have to blink away though as the movement is coming in from the side of Monkey Business.
But you notice the way that Mag plays this, like, he very seldom shows himself. I think that's what Hani was talking about the other day when he was referring to Demon's Brood and how often he showed in lane. Like, Mag barely ever comes out. I mean, he does have an aggressive ward in the jungle, so he has a better idea of where he can be. As we can see, they also miss a sentry on this one, so it's going to be up for a little while longer. But this is important because look at how much time they're wasting being up here.
The shots to set it up. Pasha's coming through with Seema as well. Miracle will pop the mech, but the Fiend's Grip's there to follow up. Flight's turned up. No, sorry, Moonmeander's turned up here on the Slardar. Miracle will survive here with his defensive disruption. They'd love to try and finish him up, but they're not going to make it. Miracle's going to get out. They've turned it around. They found the kill onto Ursa. Double kill here for the Slardar. They may just even find Seema as well on the Tusk. He's thrown up into the air. He will get the snowball out. But I don't know if he escapes from this one, Andy, as he rolls himself in. He tries to find something, but it's going to be Monkey Business finding him. And what a turnaround there from what looked like a pretty nice initiation from Vega. Monkey Business were just, they were totally ready for that.
Yeah, I think this game is a really good example of Vega's lanes needed to go exceptionally well.
Oh, no one.
That was nice.
What a shackle.
Yeah, that's a DD as well. But their laning phase top had to go great because the Primal Split coming out from the Brewmaster, partnered with Shakiro Liquid Fire, that's all you need to pressure Monkey Business.
Now that might not have been the TP, son.
Questionable. They have an Atos as well.
Yeah, he's gone. I mean, they might try and do something with the Ursa, but he's in between 4 heroes. I mean, that might not have been the play either.
They're committing.
They're looking for crit here, but the mech's going to be popped by Miracle. He'll get the razors out. Seema's going to get taken down. Pasha will fall as well. And a little bit of a mess there from Vega in the mid lane as they just suddenly lose 3 heroes. They'll lose a tier 2 and they may even lose more. That was not an ideal bit of action there from the side.
They're super far behind. Like, the Brewmaster hard counters the Ursa in the early game, so I'm not sure if in the end laning against it is exactly the way that Vega wanted to do it, but maybe they feel obligated to keep the supports under control on the side of Monkey Business. But we saw what happened in the very beginning, right? They commit all in on No Tail. The one Drunken Haze stops both heroes from getting that first blood. I'd say if that kill happens, then the lane maybe goes a little bit differently. You know, you get early boots on the Ursa, you can start tower diving and such with those heroes. They just never really got the momentum they needed. And because No Tail might have been held down and farm, okay, yeah, you're not going to have like early Blink Dagger, but it didn't matter because the Slardar had his blink at like 12 minutes. So you already have your initiator. You can fight around Primal Split. Miracle's mech timing was great. The first Roshan that Vega got didn't accomplish anything. They actually lost that fight. So it didn't really feel like Vega ever had any momentum going into this game.
Now, we see at the moment, Moon, he's doing that job as you said. He picked up the gem and he's just trying to hunt down Mag. Mag's playing it very carefully though. Sticking in right in the corner of the map. And he'll leave the lane, look to push and put pressure on elsewhere.
But if you think about it, this is one of the few heroes who can do this for the team.
Yep.
You just give him the gem, and it makes the Brood, like even in this game, you want to show the gem. You want the Brood to see it, so then he's like, oh, they have the gem. Now I have to play like super passive, right? That means you can't push in as hard. Like that mentality as the Brood player has got to feel awful, like knowing that you just can't go.
Oh, I'm talking about going. Monkey Business smoked up.
This is real bad.
Oh, they're ready to contest Roshan. There we go, straight away. No tail with the clapping onto Mag. Miracle trying to force back Seema. The shackle won't connect for no one. And now the two-man crush from Moon. Straight onto Solo with a follow by his father. The Requiem from Miracle. No one put the BKB in the focus fire onto Miracle. He's doing a fair bit of damage here. Now Pasha's joined up. They just can't kill anyone. Maybe with a snowball they can find Miracle. Can they get him? No, he's just going to turn on to Seema and he's going to kill him. Double kill for No Tail. There's been a buyback from Solo here on the Bane, but they lose Pasha as well. It's an absolute train wreck of a fight here for the side of Vega. Solo's just left to hide in the trees. And the side of Monkey Business will just go for Roche. The buyback from Bane, not able to accomplish anything. And Vega losing such a huge amount off the back of that fight.
I think this is Monkey Business game to lose. Like,
yeah,
it kind of has been actually for a while. It's very early on. Like 23 minutes is not a long game by any stretch. And even before this, I would say that Monkey Business had the advantage because again, the Brood never really got a whole lot done. The Slardar farmed on equal terms with the Brood in that lane, even though Mag did get ganked once. We always have to remember that. Fly rotated down after like the first 6 kills, I think. 3 between both teams.
Yeah, that was a 3-3 and he went to the bot.
So he helped out enough to get Slardar to his blink.
Yep.
And then as soon as that happened, Monkey Business just went ham. They're like, our 5-man is so much better than yours. We can just fight you. And the problem is the Brood can't come to those fights. And because they have another hero on the team as a support capacity that can influence their pushing potential so much in the Jakiro. Like Lumi mentioned, or maybe it was Shane who was talking about Shadowstone, right?
I think they know he's here. Slardar's coming around. He's got to be so careful about revealing himself. One blink crush and a blink requiem. And he's gone. Yeah, he's got to get himself out. Yeah.
So this tower should be free. But the thing about Jakiro is he offers the same kind of pushing potential in the sense that the tower just doesn't kill the creep wave if Liquid fires on it. That's the most important part.
Yeah, going to get spotted out from the high ground here by Moon. And the bashes are real. They are real. And that Manta style isn't going to save you from that amount of hate coming out from Monkey Business for the Spider. And take the bottom tier 2. They take the kill on the Brood. And Brood now down for 45 seconds. Monkey Business are going to be ready with the push. They're going to need to have Moon rejoin them here on the Slardar. But even without them, the amount of pressure that they can put into this tower without having to worry too much about what Vega have. They are smoked up, looking for some kind of blink initiation. But that's going to be the blinking from No Tail. Straight in with the Primal Split. Looks for the stun onto no one. Just buying the space here for Miracle to keep hitting onto the tower with Crit and his Liquid Fire. Just controlling the situation. And this is going to be bottom rack's gone. 25 minutes in. Vega just don't have an answer for this.
They can't do anything, yeah. They cannot do anything to this. I mean, the split wears off. Maybe they try to go in, but that's going to be their last shot. But they still don't have Brood.
They do have a Fiend script. They're going to pop it straight away onto No Tail, but the disruption is there from Fly. Beautiful play. They've found Solo. They've found Pasha as well. It's a double kill for Miracle. The focus fire will finish off No Tail, so they find something in return, but Miracle just blinks forward. The ice part from Crit sets it all up, and GG well played is called. It's all too much for Vega. Monkey Business in the first game of the series, 25 minutes in, taking it 30-17, and there was just that point, as you said, the blink timing on Slardar for an offlane Slardar on his own against a Brood was pretty insane.
I really want to watch that again because I want to understand how he had so much
from the Slardar. I mean, overall, Monkey Business.
Like, how did Moon have that much? Makes no sense. Like, maybe. I don't know. I'm going to have to watch it. He could just have been spamming Crush because he did buy a bottle at one point, right? So Crush has an 8-second cooldown. You can use it fairly often. I think he was also given sentries at one point. So maybe that's why he did so well in the lane. Either way, Monkey Business not really any falters that game. I mean, sure, top was a little bit of a mess, but after that, they realized, oh, well, we have an answer for any kind of aggression that you throw at us. You Fiend Script somebody, we can disrupt them. We got an early mech on the Shadow Fiend. We got Liquid Fire for pushing. We got Brewmaster for the team fights. I like the way that they draft because in this game, no hero needed a tremendous amount to be able to hit their stride. Like, Shadow Fiend gets mech, you need like one Blink Dagger, and you can fight. That's it.
Yeah.
That is such an early timing that Vega couldn't even deal with it. It's like, all right, what do we do against this 5-man? We actually have no answer.
Well, let's see if they've got an answer in game 2. I mean, they're going to have to do something a little bit different because that first game, quite the performance from Monkey Business. They're going to feel very confident going into the rest of this series. But from myself and Andy, we'll see you very shortly for the next match. First of all, we're going to have a quick ad break and then over to the panelists to see what they have to say about game 1. See you in a bit.